Und damit herzlich willkommen zu Prison Architect. Es war irgendwie komisch, weil ich vorhin auch stumpf in dieses Spiel reingeworfen wurde, als ich es gestartet habe. Und ich muss jetzt erstmal hier dran gehen. This is a tough one. There's a prisoner incarcerated at this facility who's been convicted of a double murder and sentenced to death. That's where we come in. We've been contracted to construct an execution chamber in time for the guy's big day. Ooh. This is where I want the new facility to be built. By the way, ich musste gerade erstmal 5 Minuten schauen, wie ich diese Intro-Sequenz wieder reinbekomme, weil ich habe das Spiel gestartet, wurde in diese Kampagne reingepackt und dann so, muss ich nichts auswählen? Egal. Es ist die Kampagne Death Row. Nur zur Info. The first step with any project like this is to construct the building itself with enough space inside to fit an execution room and a holding cell. So let's get started. Construct a new building here. We will also need an entrance to the new execution facility. Put a large jail door into the south wall. Foundation erstmal. Ach so. Das sollte ich vielleicht erstmal nehmen. Large jail. You workmen are responsible for the construction of the buildings. They collect the steel and concrete from the stone room and take it to the construction site. They use those raw materials to build the foundation and framework of your new building. This is the slowest part of construction, so you should plan ahead when building a new facility. What the fudge? While we wait, take a look around. Use WASD or the arrow keys to move around and use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Okay. Das sieht irgendwie cool aus, wenn das gebaut wird. Inside the building, I want a cell and an execution room. Position the space by constructing some brick walls. Brick wall, brick wall, brick wall, brick wall. Kommen die Gefangenen raus? Nein. Warum sind die alle dann schon draußen? Ist noch immer Lock-up. Lock-up. Warte mal, der im Death Row war doch hier unten. Da! Das ist er. Cool. Der eine baut eine Wand. Oh Gott. Mit dem Schraubendreher, der andere mit dem Hammer. Now add large jail doors to those dividing walls. You can rotate an object before placing by clicking the middle mouse button. Oh. Ach du Schande, kann man weit rein scrollen. Und ach du Schande, kann man weit raus scrollen. Polaroid. Wait a minute. Gibt's hier überall auch Collectibles? Kriege ich das jetzt weg? Designate a cell in the smaller area where our condemned inmate will live. Then designate the execution room itself in a larger area. Those new rooms have requirements before they become functional. The cell needs a bed and a toilet. The execution room requires the electric chair. Joa. Wenn sonst nix ist. Habe ich hier irgendwo noch mehr Polaroids? Weil wenn es Collectibles gibt, möchte ich sie sammeln. Leider noch nicht. Ach, oh. So kann man sehen, welcher von denen... Kein Wunder, dass das so lange dauert. Ganz cool gemacht, muss ich sagen. Und so lernt man erstmal die Grundlagen. Respekt, dass du das ganze Bett so trägst. Okay, der sieht irgendwie cool aus. That's the essentials taken care of. But there are still a few improvements you could make. It's up to you though. These aren't strictly required. It depends how much you care about your prisoners and their environment. The cell itself could be improved with an outward-facing window and a small bookshelf. And the facility would look better with a higher quality floor material, like wooden floorboards or mosaic tiles. Outside you could add some lighting and a paved pathway if you think it needs it. Cool. This is the main question. Edward Romsey, a teacher once, would you believe? It's not our place to decide if he deserves this. The law has made that decision. We're just here to do a job. Once you are satisfied the facility is ready, you can begin prisoner transfer to his new cell. Simply click on the Polaroid in the cell to initiate the transfer. Ach, dafür sind Polaroids. Mach das doch mal mit den Paving Stones. Ruck. Habe ich. Okay. Free time. Okay, das sieht um einiges geiler aus mit der Keramik. Damit sind sie fertig? Okay. Heiliger. Don't shed one tear for this guy. He's a stone-cold killer, guilty as charged. He even confessed. Wanna hear his description of what he did? It's juicy stuff. It was around 11 PM. The lights were already on. I knew she was home. What? Wow. I knew I'd catch you two here. Edward, Don't. Just don't. What are you going to do? Click. Boom. Dad. Oh. Perfekte Zensur. Irgendwie ist das mit den Polaroids saugeil gelöst. Clear as day, if you ask me. Deserves every volt he's gonna get. All men deserve forgiveness, even him. Are you sure? Are you so sure in yourself that you can deal out such final judgment? Catching your wife with another man is no excuse for what he did. And he went there with a loaded gun, knowing he'd find them together. That's double premeditated murder. He's done nothing but cooperate with the authorities. This state is making an example of him. If he'd committed his crime 100 miles north, he'd be looking at life imprisonment instead. How is that justice? Do you want a guy like this running free? I sleep just fine at night when I know he's gone. Du bist doch ein Idiot, ich habe hier extra den Weg gemacht. Good work so far. However, there is one problem. The execution room isn't functioning yet, because it doesn't have any power. Whoops. We need to connect it to the electrical supply. Ach, deswegen ist auch noch gar kein Licht an. We are now reviewing the prison utilities mode, which shows us the electric wiring layout of the entire prison. Each building in the prison is connected to the power grid by these thick underground electrical cables. Power is provided to the prison by this substation, which draws electricity. Meine Fresse, Englisch. From the national grid. Da ist sogar auch alles aus. As you can see, this entire wing of prison cells is without power. All lights are out. To fix this problem, we first need to switch into utilities mode. The nearest electrical cable are too far away. Our engineers can't complete the wiring for this area. Extend the electrical cables nearby to cover this wing of the prison. Utilities, electrical. Da ich ja eh noch nach hier unten muss. Irgendwo ein weiteres Polaroid. What the? Der sah gerade voll winzig aus. Irgendwo ein weiteres Polaroid. Die machen da alles fertig. Auch super, die bauen erst hier hinten alles fertig. Und dann da. Da kommt er. Hä? Oh Gott. Jetzt aber. Rrrt. Lights aren't the only thing that needs power. Your new electric chair does too. Oh, really? Use the power cables to connect the execution facility to the power grid. The electric chair itself is a special type of electrical item. It requires its own dedicated power line. You need to connect it up directly with main cables. Boah. Also, das wird in der großen Kategorie gepackt. Kann ich beschleunigen? Ja. Die beiden machten... Irgendwie ist das immer zuletzt. Egal. Alles fertig. We are almost done, I think. We should test the new execution room at least once before we try to use it, though. I'm just going to turn it on for a few seconds. Make sure everything is okay. Bestimmt ist überall woanders jetzt Strom aus. Yup. Well, that didn't work. Looks like we drew too much power and tripped a circuit breaker in the power station. The whole prison is dark. We're going to need more juice to be able to handle the power spike that the electric chair generates. First, we need to turn the power back on. This is a two-step process. Switch the power station back on by clicking on it and selecting switch on in the menu that appears. Then build 3 more capacitors so we have enough power capacity to handle this electric chair. Once you have done that, test the electric chair again by clicking on it and selecting switch on in the menu. Drei Stück. Das hat man aber auch vorher gesehen, dass das nicht klappen wird. Na, wann kommt die nächste Lieferung? Dann? Da steht eine Kiste mit nichts drin. Ups, aus Versehen aus dem Bild rausgeklickt. Das sollte nicht so passieren. Mal schauen, wie stark sich das verändert mit einem einzigen. Oh, geht aber. Ach, jedes Teil ist einer davon. Aha. Switch on. Well done. I believe we are finished with this job. What happens now is out of our hands. We did a professional job and that's important in our business. Try not to worry about what happens next. Ich will's sehen. Schön, dass sogar die Jesus-Statue da so ist. Oh, er ist in die Kirche gegangen. Can I help you? Sogar mit Rosenkranz in der Hand. Und Blutspritzer. Nice. Are you looking for forgiveness? I don't know. I have to do something. I can't live with the things I've done. You have to turn yourself in. Whatever you've done, you cannot evade the consequences. You will never be able to live with yourself until you face up to your past. I want to go back. I want to forgive her. I want to forgive me. Boah, ist das gerade laut. God will forgive you no matter what you have done, if you ask him to. But you must answer for your crimes in the eyes of the law. There is no other way. It is time, Edward. You have done the right thing, even though this world will not forgive you for it. You will be with God soon, and he will have the final judgment on you. Und sie zeigen es wirklich. Todesstrafe ist trotzdem scheiße. Wär's mit Handschellen abnehmen? Eigentlich würde er auch die Brille abgenommen bekommen, sowie ein Tuch über den Kopf. Edward Romsey, you have been found guilty of 2 counts of murder in the first degree. The penalty is death. Do you have anything to say? Susan, I'm sorry. Klick. Und jetzt sieht er wahrscheinlich Susan wieder oder so. Dann wäre es noch. Nicht? Boah, das wäre geil gewesen eigentlich. Aber soweit ich weiß, ist Death Sentence erst seit kurzem im Spiel drin. Chapter 2, Palermo. Es brennt. There's a crisis brewing at one of our other facilities. You don't say. Aber für heute mache ich jetzt mal Schluss. Das Spiel ist ganz cool. Ich glaube, ich werde das weitermachen. Auch wenn ich bislang nur die Kampagne gespielt habe. Oh Gott. So, jetzt aber. Ihr kennt das ja mittlerweile. Wenn es euch gefallen hat oder auch nicht, jeweils eine Bewertung da lassen. Ansonsten schaut in meine anderen Videos rein, teilt sie mit Freunde, Familie, Hund, Katze, Maus, Nachbar, wem auch immer es gefallen könnte. Und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal mit eurem Kerzahd.